how much do vending machines actually make?
How much can one of these actually make you? Believe it or not, these little machines are cash flowing monsters.
See, but like that's a high-tech vending machine. I'm used to seeing the ones where you still put the dollar bills in. Maybe it has the tap reader, but this one you just open it up and go right into it.
So much so that if you knew how much the owners were making, you'd think twice before buying a soda from one. Come with me as I expose how much just one machine can pull in. And we're not just talking revenue either. I'm breaking down cost and expenses so you'll actually see how much you take home.
I mean, because I'm not going to lie. I see vending machines everywhere, and I often think I'm like, I mean, are they really making money on this vending machine?
After all expenses, let's dive
it'd be
in.
like $1.50, $2, but are people really buying it that often?
How the expenses and everything work. With this micro market, as you can see, it had 2 coolers, 3 snack shelves, and a checkout kiosk. This market cost me $15,675, and because there was financing involved, I did no money down. With this market and all of the capacity that these coolers and these shelves held, it actually cost us $6,000 in upfront inventory. Now, $6,000 might sound like a lot. It is, don't get me wrong.
I'm not gonna lie, most people don't even have $6,000 in their bank account. So this kind of startup cost already is unrealistic, in my opinion.
But as you'll catch on to, this thing is massive. It literally takes up an entire room, where when you look at one of my normal vending machines, it only cost me $300 to fill it the first time. So I want to give you that context. So with that $5,000 cost of goods, that's how much we were in day one. But the nice thing is we never buy another Celsius or protein bar unless the ones we already bought had sold for 2 to 4x what we bought them for. All right, so because $5,000 was our cost of goods to stock this market, let's look at the margins. So when you look at the margins of our...
So I think these numbers are a little skewed. I think the biggest thing when it comes to vending machines is the location. Because truthfully, you could have a banging vending machine, the best snacks, best prices, but if no one's walking by and no one's hungry at the time, then you're not going to make any money. You're not going to make any profit on anything.
Top sellers from what we put in that market, you'll notice our top sellers are Smart Water, Twix, Fairlife High Protein, Coke Zero, Gatorade Lemon Lime.
I thought sodas would have been at the top, not the Smart Water. I guess people trying to be healthier, but I guess everyone needs water, so.
Coke, etc. Now what are those margins? And let me show you something. When we sold Smart Water in this market, we sold it for $3.95. Okay? Well, how much does Smart Water typically cost? Well, let's just go in and look. Smart Water. All right. So we get Smart Water at Sam's Club. So through our distributor, we get Smart Water. But let's say you don't use a distributor to deliver your products and you're going to go to somewhere local like a Costco or Sam's Club. In that case, you'll see right here, a normal Smart Water for a 15 pack is $18. Okay. So if we can get Smart Waters for $18 for 15 of them, you're looking at, let's just say $1.20 to be safe per Smart Water. If we're selling that Smart Water for $3.95, we're getting a 3x return.
Holy, $3.95? Where is this guy selling this at? It has to be the airport. That first location had to be an airport.
On that Smart Water. And as you can see right here, we sold 405 Smart Waters in the month of November. Think about that. Literally, you're making more on a Smart Water than you are per hour in your day job. So if I look at this micro market, I put $5,000 as cost of goods. If I dive in to the sales,
this is 2024.
What you'll see when I run this from November 1st to November 30th is this micro market actually made me over $15,000. During the week, it made me $9,700.
I think he needs to go into the location again. I'm sorry I'm harping on this, but the biggest thing to vending machines that I'm telling you is location. This guy's making it seem like just get a vending machine, stock it up, sell everything for 3 to 4x. I don't think it's that simple. And I looked at buying businesses at one point. And vending machines were very popular by you. They call them routes. You buy a vending machine route, you buy 3 or 4 of them. And then after you buy them, then you kind of have to kind of stock them, keep them up, that kind of thing. And then you can also rent a location. This guy paid it out in full, it seems like.
$147.
I don't know.
And on the
I
weekend,
think these new numbers are a little skewed.
$5,672. So when I factor in, but how much did I actually make? If I go back in to our new
And look at all the
install,
snacks
and I got
behind them.
$5,000 cost of goods, and let's just round down to be conservative and say we only did $15,500 in revenue. We also did $5,000 in product, or what I like to call COGS. And then further, we had a 10% SaaS and transaction fee for the kiosk to run. So how much money did we actually make? Well, if we factor in 10% of that, that's another $1,555 fee. So let's just round up and say that's $1,600 plus $5,000 right away. We're up to $8,200 in expenses. Now, the other kicker to this is when people start out with their vending routes, I always recommend learning how you do it before you hire someone to run your route for you.
And then also the machines break a lot, and then you hire someone to start doing it. Realistically, I don't see you making a profit on a vending route until maybe a year and a half in. There's no way you're making a profit within the first 2 to 3 months, that's for sure. And this guy seems like he has some pretty premium locations where he can tax water for $4. I'm not gonna lie, if I walk by a vending machine and I see I see a water is $4, I'm like, I'm gonna just stay a little thirsty. I'm gonna go, go to the bathroom, drink some tap water, depending where I'm at. I'm not gonna do that in no gas station, but usually gas stations even have water fountains, even though it's sketchy. I'm not saying, that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know, you just walk to the gas station.
Case, because I'm very passionate about making things passive, you'll actually notice that we also had labor, and our labor for 3 days a week of stocking at $25 an hour, 2 hours a day. So you're looking at 6 hours a week times 25. That's $150 times 4 weeks. So 150 times 4. We're looking at $600 in labor. But let's say because they did a good job, we tipped them an extra $100. Now, all in expenses, we are at, let's just round up to be conservative, $9,000. And so as you can see with this micro market, I profited over $6,000 during the month of November. Not to mention, because I don't stock this market, I actually only spend about a half an hour a week just managing the staff that goes and takes care of this, and also managing the relationship with the client. So right there, this take home pay for working less than an hour a week is over $6,000.
See, but he's not even paying the people that are letting him rent out the spot. So I don't think this is very, like, this guy obviously has a good system and he knows what he's doing. But 90% of the time, people aren't going to have this kind of, like, work process. Like, a lot of times they're probably going to start out doing it themselves. Maybe if they put a vending machine somewhere, they give that company a 10% cut. This guy's not really going into the details. He's just showing, it feels like he just wants to boast his way of doing it, and that his way is the way to go. Even though everyone's way is a little bit different, he's like, this is how I do it and I make money off of it.
Now,
like, thanks, but
what
no
I didn't
thanks.
mention is that machine I just broke down the expenses to you with is one of over 50 that I own. My business nets me
But what happens?
$25,000 per month, and I only spend
But what happens if the machine breaks? Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
couple hours a week max managing these locations. If you want to learn more about this business and how you can start making passive income through these types of machines with minimal capital or prior experience, there's a link in the description.
My final thoughts on this: don't get into the vending machine business thinking that this is your main source of income. This feels more like a side quest, if you ask me. Like, if you're like, I want to get into something that's passive income, not necessarily stock market, buy a vending machine route if you got extra money on hand. But in reality, this is not a main kind of job at first. This is a side job that You just do, and you grow it and you build it as it goes. But I mean, helpful video, I guess. But I think there's some questions left in here still.
To learn more about my private community, our team will help you reach out to these locations on your behalf and save you weeks and even months of trying to contact them yourself. In other words, we're doing the heavy lifting. But regardless, stay tuned for more vending machine content.
Because that's what we need. We need more vending machine content. I need more. I need more vending machines
on this channel. Mr. Passive signing off. I'll see you soon.
How much can one of these...
Well, that was a good video. If you guys liked it, leave a comment down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and as always, stay spicy.